Start the
Good morning.
stream. Good morning. Good morning indeed, everybody. Hope you're all doing well today, man. We got some exciting stuff this week. We got some, I think, let's see, I think Powell speaks soon. We got, of course, the rumors of Trump trying to get Powell fired. Now, of course, he doesn't have the power to do that, so he's just gonna have to sort of make these threats until something happens, but we'll see. We will see. That is, let's see, Fed Powell's speech at Tuesday. That's tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning. We have existing home sales Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern. And we have, let's see. Good morning, guys. Good morning. What's going on, everybody? Good morning. Let's see. We have Durable Goods Friday, 8:30. So not too much this week. Powell, existing home sales, and durable goods. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Let's see. So markets are pretty range bound right now. We'll get ES back here, guys. Right away, I have gold on my left-hand side here on Bookmap. We're going to be looking for some gold longs today. We're going to be using our supply and supply zones, right? So we're going to go from broken supply to the next supply. So I'm going to be looking for a long position on the retest of this zone. So I could take it long, looking to target the next supply or key level. Now, I would like to see, we have a 5-minute order block right here. Now, some people might look at this and go, oh, so we do have a fair value gap too. So I'm going to actually mark out both of these. Then I'm going to use my bookmap tool to see where our low volume shelf is. Okay, so around 85 to 85.6. 85 to 85.6. That's right in the fair value gap. So that's going to be my long entry. My long entry is going to be on the retrace to this market imbalance. Guys, this is considered an imbalance. Yo, good morning, Leo. What's up, everybody? Full house today. Big Mondays. Let's get it. So this is what I'm looking for on gold. Would really like to see some longs around 33.86. Volume imbalance. A volume imbalance is basically this, guy. So look at our chart volume profile right now. You see how, for the most part, these are all price levels. Every shelf you see signifies a price level. So every level, for the most part, is at least 100 or more, right? 100, 100, 100, 100. The only levels that aren't 100 are right over here, this 13 and this 81. So this would be our imbalance. There's a volume imbalance in which there wasn't enough time for the orders to get filled at this price level. So what happens a lot of times is the market will retrace to this point and give us sort of like our entry. That's where we look to come back for the market to rebalance itself and then continue higher. YouTube guys, if you're in here, I know you're gonna hit that like button for me. I'm excited for today, man. Like Ozzy said, new week, new money. Said that in the chat. I like that, man. I like that a lot. Remember that too, guys. If you ever take a losing day, or you're in the process of taking a red day, you gotta say, okay, you know what? I can't keep losing money right now. Gotta live to trade another day is not just a BS saying. That's a legit saying in which we don't want to be over trading where just one trading day blows our whole account. That's improper risk management. So we should be able to say, okay, I could take 2 or 3 losing days and still be okay, right? That would be ideal, because then psychologically, you're going to be able to hold your winners longer. You're going to be able to stop out of your losses sooner. Let's get the ES. This is ES1. Perfect. So ES had a 15-minute supply zone up here that we whiffed yesterday. Look at this, man. We just missed it yesterday. I'm sorry, I should say Friday. From this very volatile move lower. For the most part, though, we gotta remember, guys, this is the 15-minute. Looks like an easy trend, right? Oh, easy downside move. 5-minute, however, I do believe from Friday was very wicky. We had our move lower. Then we had a crazy impulse move higher. This was at 10 o'clock. We had some news. Then we wicked all the way back lower again. Then we had our leg. And then once his leg was done, we chopped for the rest of the day. And that was at 10:25. So markets went almost flat by 10:30. Let's see, gold is continuing higher. Really want to see gold pull back towards this 85.4 level. So I made 86 for longs. So I'm looking for a push into the 85.4 and us to hold it. Then I trigger my long position so it could fill me sort of lower wherever we're trading at. Keep my stop loss near that low and look to really ride a nice risk to reward trade on this gold trade right here. And we're looking to take this long on gold because of the tariff uncertainty. And I'm pretty sure, what was it that was driving gold up this morning? Literally recorded a video for it. Let's see. It was, I want to say bonds and Okay, so disinflation and rate cut hopes are boosting bonds and gold right now. So because we're sort of progressing throughout the year, we should be expecting two rate cuts, right? So if we're expecting two rate cuts, those have to occur soon because it's already July, right? So we're sort of running out of time in the year. Let's see. Let's see, right? Next month, guys, already August. Then September. I mean, we're running out of time. Trump's calling for a huge rate cut, so we'll see if that goes through. I don't think so. Again, he doesn't have any say in that category, but we'll see. We'll see what markets want to do. Let's check out ES and NQ right now. Let's do our analysis on those and see what's popping. ES will mark out our previous day low. Oh, that's a key level. Previous day low, previous day high. Now, I would like to see us break and hold above our previous day high, right? If we're looking at the daily time frame right here, we're clearly in a bull trend. If we're looking at just the past couple weeks, we are sideways, but we're still trying to make these higher highs. And we were trying to make some lower lows though, so we do have to be a little careful in that sense that we're getting a wider range, which is a great thing because that also comes with more volatility. So let's see if we could try to make that break to the upside today, see if we want to hold that, delete that, delete that. Check out our 4-hour time frame. If we have any supply or demand zones we can go off of. 3-hour. Good morning, everybody. Just doing some analysis, seeing what's going on. We had a 3-hour supply zone that it looks like it broke on Thursday, so I'm definitely going to have to double check this area, see if I want to keep it still. Don't think I do. Let me also make sure that our open price is updated. I don't think I updated that. Open price for today's trading day. Good. Look at gold, man, continuing higher over here. That is crazy. And look at this, it's continuing higher while we do have some aggressive selling volume. Look at this. Wow, that's crazy, actually. You know what? What's funny with that is if we get to my supply zone then, this 4-hour supply up here, and everybody's going to be trying to take those longs, right? Well, if I have a big seller that lines up with my supply zone, and cumulative volume delta, the volume is starting to push to the downside while price is moving higher, and I get a supply entry, that could be a great trade to the downside while a lot of people are trying to chase these highs up here. So a couple things I'm looking for, either longs around this 33.85, 33.86, or shorts in supply around 33.96. Those are a couple of zones I'm looking for today on gold. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're all doing well today. Happy Monday, man. Excited, dude. Excited. All right, let's go back to the ES. I want to see what's popping on here. Definitely want to go over exactly what zone I want to watch and what price level I want to watch. So let's go to the 15-minute. Let's look at yesterday's price action. Yesterday's price action was crap. Yeah, I'm probably going to... Let's see. What we could do, guys, is I'm going to throw a key level here. We'll make it like a blue or something. And we'll actually lighten it a little bit because I'm going to probably delete it at some point. But the reason I'm doing this is so I could delete this zone because it seems like this pivot right here, 63.43, worked pretty well as a key level, as resistance right here. We kept failing to break and hold above it. Then it held as support over here, support over here. So this is an okay key level, 63.43. We could look at ES on Bookmap too, 63.43. See if there are any buyers. Nothing really right now, but I do want to keep an eye out for some supply and demand zones too. That's my primary entries are supply and demand, so I don't want to try to force anything else. 90-minute, 1 hour. Really just looking to see if anything formed sort of near this area right here. 2 hour, 3 hour. Not really. Not really. We sort of have a 4-hour order block right here, which I suppose we could try to keep around 63.40. So I'd want 63.40s to hold. CVD's moving higher on ES. We were mentioning that before on gold, so we'll mention it on ES as well. And on this time frame, it is looking like a 4-hour basing a rally, then I'd look for continuation here. So, right, so I'd be looking for continuation into the New York session open to the upside, and I'd then look for that 10 o'clock candle to come and open, and hopefully open above our previous day high. So that's sort of what I would like to see. So that's one setup I'd like to see on ES today, right? And that would be us breaking and closing above previous day high by 10 o'clock. So let's throw that in. We'll make a small write-up today. I already sent some stuff out, so we're okay. ES, let's see, And then what I'm going to do too, stats-wise, is I'm going to take a look at Edgeful and see what are the odds that we want to close green. Wrong Google tab. What are the odds that we want to close green once we break that previous day high? And today's Monday, so on a Monday. Okay, so previous day's range. Oh man, dude, that's something. That's pretty cool. Cool breakdown, Andre. Love it. Love to see it. All right, home. Reports. Let's go to previous performance by no, previous day's range. Previous day's range. Let's see. Put this over here for a moment. Take a quick gander. This is ES previous day's range. We might not get that break of previous day high. 63.54. That was my supply zone that I was looking for shorts on what's it called? I think on Friday I was looking for shorts there, right? Look, we were a point away. Not even a point away. 63.54 was the zone. 63.50. We were 0.5 away. We were 2 ticks away from that short entry on Friday. And then it gave it to us here pre-market, which we did not take because it's at 6 in the morning. I don't know about you guys. Actually, no. I'm usually not sleeping at 6 in the morning lately. But, not trading. Definitely not trading at that time. Damn, gold, man, continuing higher on this. This is crazy. And while look at the CVD, still trying to make its way lower. Volume still trying to push aggressive to the downside, but that doesn't mean as soon as we hit supply, I'm hitting the sell button. Because right now it's coming into a 4-hour supply, so I need to at least see like a 15-minute reversal candle. Whether that's a 15-minute reversal candle that's giving me a new supply zone, where it's got a small body like this. See if I could draw it up for you guys real quick. Where it's got a small body. What I'd like to see is, let's say, a small green body like this. Longer upper wick. Go into the settings of this. Always something, man. Let's see. There we go. Right, so like a reversal candle like that out of this supply zone. Or even if it gives me a red candle out of that supply zone. Just anything that signals a reversal off of this zone. Now, I'm not taking a reversal trade off of anywhere. I'm taking it off of a zone. So that's an area of interest. It's an area that has higher probability. I did originally want to be long on gold. So that's why I do have to be a little extra patient on this entry. So we'll see. Let's see. Yes, we'll skip the write-up for today. Make it it's 8:45. We'll see. North side target on silver. Nice. Looking at silver. Trading silver lately?
Yeah, just a question of whether I can stay in this trade or not. I see a really good target to the north up there, but we're also in a lot of chop. So I'm going along with it, but silver is $25 a tick. So, your stops have got be a little bit tighter
Yeah.
because of the cost. So we'll see.
Okay.
I think it's going to get there. I'm just not sure when.
I think so too. I think especially with the gold strength that's going on, you might be able to hold this for a while. But like you said, be careful with the stop loss. You don't want to get stopped out and then have it continue. Where was your entry?
I was a little bit late here at 38, 92.5. So I'm at the high of the range, unfortunately. So that was a terrible place to get in, but we'll see what happens.
All right. Where's your stop loss? 39025.
Uh, 38, 895 right now, which is for me, is the linear regression line. we'll see. We've bounced off of it a little bit, so I'm hoping that'll act as some support if we get down that far.
Okay, I see. All right. Good luck on your trade, Maine. Definitely be careful on that. That was, like you said, sort of near the highs of the range on that 5 minute. But
Yeah, it just got stopped out.
it happens, man. Let's see, we got gold pushing higher. Guys, if anybody has any questions, please let me know. If you want to see any specific charts, let me know. Can always go over whatever you guys would like. Let's check out. I want to see NASDAQ. What's going on with NAS right now? The same deal with NQ where it had the supply zone on Friday. It did hit the supply zone on NASDAQ. It actually wicked it for a little bit, but it held for shorts, and then it held again this morning for shorts as well. So let's take a look at NASDAQ on the daily. Mark out our previous day high, previous day low. Opening price as well. And did we have... So we haven't broken previous day highs, so it wouldn't really be too helpful to use the previous day's range probability of closing green or not, because we haven't broken it yet. But we'll take a look. We'll see what else we got cooking. Gold finding a little selling pressure before supply. But look at this, guys. Again, gold's been running higher, but using Bookmap, it visualizes the volume for us. We've mainly had larger sell orders on this run higher, and we see that also reflects on the CVD, which is still now pushing negative 1,000, guys, over negative 1,000 on the cumulative volume delta. That is the CVD that helps us sort of read the volume within the charts. So 33.96 is where I have my supply zone. 33.98, 3,400. Where's 3,400? Is that in there? Ooh, it is. Okay. That's a price level I would like to keep an eye on. There's a key psychological level because it's a whole number, right? 3,400. That's huge on gold. A lot of people might have alerts on 3,400 alone, even if they're not looking at the charts every day. So they might get that alert, go right on and just buy it, right? So we want to be careful. We want to find zones and levels like that within our own supply and demand zones that help give us confidence to say, okay, here's our short entry. So that's possibly what I'm looking for on gold today. You know what? Gold, we go look at the previous day's range because we did break the previous day's high on gold for quite some time now, I believe. Yeah, we're far above it. Dude, and we're above that range too. I mean, listen, yeah, I might look for the shorts up here, but I'd really much rather wait for a long entry. My only issue with the long entry is we might not get that retest of the imbalance. Here's gold, previous day's range. Let's do daily session because we're using Edgeful right now to tell us what are the odds of us closing green on the daily candle. So it sort of just give us an idea to hold the general direction bullish for gold today. Doesn't mean we can't take scalps to the downside. We just sort of give us the sort of benefit of the doubt to say, okay, yeah, we should probably be looking for the bull side. Let's see, we could always throw our Fibonacci up there too. Pretty cool. Let's see if that lines up right now. If we start to pull back, that would be our optimal trade entry. OTE, that's between the 61 and the 78% mark when you throw up your Fibonacci tool. Back to gold, previous day's range. So we're on the daily session. We won't look back past 6 months for now is fine. And let's do by weekday. Because it's 73% chance on gold. That's pretty clean. We could look at the London session, because the London session opened at, what, 3? And we are above that London session high. So that would also give us a bit of a more accurate pinpoint price, because then it would be giving us our open price from here, from right here, because that'll be our open for the London session. And then it would read London to London. So we do London to London. It's going to be like 80%. Yeah, even better. So if we could remain above this price level when we close, so that would mean I'd be okay with us selling off for a little bit and finding a bull move, right? That's exactly what I'm looking for, is a long position on a pullback on gold. And the market knows that. That's why it's not giving it to us. No, I'm just kidding. Market doesn't know or care about any of our trade plans, guys. So that's why we just got to Look at the market, come in every day, create the same sort of, not the same setups every day, but give yourself the ability to look for the same setups in which that occur frequently in the market, right? A long position, a short position, a long position in demand, a short position in supply. Um, Using a low volume node as a long position, whatever the case may be. Right, gold pushing higher, CVD still trying to move lower. Weighted gold moving higher, that would be the gold spread over here on my right hand side, guys. That's basically XAU USD, XAU Euro, gold against a whole bunch of different currencies to give me an overall view on the strength of gold. Could possibly be an area to reverse on that gold, what's it called? Right here, because it's like a liquidity sweep on that gold spread. That's what I was talking about, gold spread. We'll take a look. Remember I said I wanted to see a 15-minute reversal candle, so again, I'd sort of rather us try to push towards that 3,400 first. It's stacking up pretty strong for sellers. Good morning, guys. YouTube, man, hit that like button. I do appreciate it. Let's see. I'm gonna wait on gold, see what it wants to do. Looking for a reaction off the 33.98, 3,400. We're getting there, man. Gold's just like a buy the dip opportunity right now. My biggest issue with it, and the reason I haven't taken any scalps long on gold, is for a couple of reasons. We've been pushing into a supply zone, which is an area where I would look to usually sell, so I wouldn't want to go long there. And look at the volume while we're moving higher. Volume has been selling volume for the most part. We've had cumulative volume delta that has been to the downside. And even looking at our session volume delta right here has mainly been negative volume. Negative delta there. So it's a lot of selling pressure, even though we're moving higher. Much higher. I'm waiting for either a 15-minute reversal candle off of this 4-hour supply zone, or even a 30-minute, which closes in 7 minutes, so we might not get that. Market's open in about 37 minutes, guys, so we have a little time. I do like the selling pressure that's keep trying to step in here, especially with the volume we've been seeing to the downside. Hmm. Let's see, there we go. Look at all the orders stacking up here, man. A lot of sellers there. Really just waiting to see. Come on, gold. We gotta sing for it. I would look at oil, but quite honestly, it's just, for the longest time, has not been giving us solid price action. It's been extra range bound. That's just been, unfortunately, the trend on gold since the whole tariff situation started in the beginning of the year. So we can't force it to change. We just have to accept it and just keep an eye on the other markets that we trade, like gold, NASDAQ, and the S&P 500. Something I do like with gold too is how far away we are from VWAP, right? So it does tell me again we're pretty overextended at this point. A lot of selling pressure still. Let's see. Again, I like that selling pressure that keeps coming in on this 5-minute candle. Especially with the weighted gold rejecting too. I don't like that the point of control was higher. I'm not going to take this short yet. It does look okay. It definitely looks okay. If we can maybe retest the supply zone one more time. And then find selling pressure. Because again, right now, we have more sellers than buyers. So push into the supply zone. See if we, my issue is, again, the issue that we've been seeing right now all morning with gold is that we've had selling pressure and it just has not been able to continue us lower at all. But now that we do have some resistance up here, I'm going to try one contract gold short here, guys. Stop loss at the recent high we just made. It might just run to stop if buyers do what they've been doing all morning. But I'm shorting it because I see the aggressive sellers trying to step in. We're in a supply zone now, which we haven't been in all morning. And I do think people might be chasing up here. But if it stops me out at this recent candle high, then I'm just going to end up stopping out and looking for a new entry, probably around 3,400. So we're in gold shorts. Just one con. 33.95.5 is entry. Dancing around on it right now. 33.95.7 is stop loss. Could probably throw another contract on here. I'm not going to, though. I'm going to let this close out. We have 3 minutes on the 15 to close. We have 3.5 minutes on the 30 minutes to close, too. The 30 is what I wanted to see us sort of try to close lower, because that would sort of help give me some confidence, too, in the sellers. But we only have 3 minutes left in that, and I am more concerned that we take one more leg higher and then possibly get the reversal. So we'll see. Might stop me out here. That's okay if it does. They're pulling the orders. I moved my stop losses exactly at that recent candle high. Because I really don't want to be holding it too long if it just pops again. Crude oil pushing lower, ES and NQ pushing lower. We do have to remember too, though, with the, Yo, what's up, Fairchild? Good morning, man. I like the CVD's been trying to move lower today. The whole day so far. Moving higher, volume's been moving lower. Volume's been selling. 2.5 minutes on this 5. I want to see a strong reaction here. That would really help me with these shorts, obviously. Alright, so we're still in it. Didn't stop us out. Starting to get a little bit of a move here. Okay, getting there. Minute 50 left. I want to see the selling continue. I want to see, let's see our volume footprint.
Silver's doing the same. Silver's coming into a volume shelf.
That sort of helped me too with this short, with silver was coming off of the top of that range as well. So a lot of things were sort of pushing that overextended mark. I also really liked that the gold spread rejected a previous high. So gold spread rejecting a previous day high, gold rejecting a supply zone, sort of gave me some confidence in that. Nice, good stuff, good stuff. Really tight risk on this, so already almost up the 1R. Went lighter in size on this trade, only risking 100 on it. So already at 100 profit. But we're going to just wait. Just going to let it play out. Minute left here. Want to see this continue. Buyers could buy it right back. Buyers have been buying it back all morning, so that's why I went lighter in size, because I don't have confidence in the sellers until I get an actual candle rejecting supply, showing me that yes, there are sellers here. And right now, that's starting to develop. We had one wick into supply, we had another one, now I need this candle to push and close lower to help give me confidence that yes, we are going to start to reverse. 30 seconds left. Again, I like the selling pressure here. Most likely not going to add to this. It's a 7-to-1 risk to reward if I am targeting over here. But 18 seconds left. Got to see these sellers hold it. 15 seconds. Got to be careful here. Need to see that spread push lower. Spread's pushing higher again. Almost want to stop out here for this little bit of profit. Seeing that, yep, look at those buyers, man. Oh, let's see. Listen, man, we closed red. It's usually what I like to look for. I'm going to hold it. 15-minute just closed. 30-minute closed pretty bullish, though. 15-minute closed with a possible rejection. I don't like that the gold spread closed higher, but I'm short gold supply. That's where I'm at right now. Nice. Looking to target possibly like 33. I wanted the low volume shelf around 33.85.20. So I'm short, looking to see if we get to that target down there. 7-to-1 risk to reward. Nice. There's a nice little push right there. That hit the 2-to-1 mark. Usually that's where I would get out of one contract. I usually like to lock in at 2-to-1 for one contract, because that would usually bring my trade to a no-lose trade for the last contract. But I'm just going to wait right now. See if sellers do want to hold. How'd the hourly close? Hourly just closed too. An hourly closed pretty bullish. Yeah, really bullish. So just waiting right now. Might go for a scalp on this short. We'll see. Might not even give me the opportunity to get out for profit. Might go to stop loss. Let's see.
Silver went to its volume shelf and bounced. It's headed back north.
Oof.
Look for the long term. The 15-minute is still showing bullish or bearish, but
Oh man.
the short time frame is showing a pullback north.
Oh.
So
Oh.
I'll still be looking for another re-entry. I've already taken profit on the short, but I still think the short's got more room to go, so I'm looking for a re-entry.
Yeah, gold almost hit my stop loss. It was a tick away. I'm still holding the shorts. It might go blast through it right now. Yeah, buying pressure is starting to pick up a little bit. And as we know with gold today, when buyers were stepping in, they stepped in with some crazy strength. But I don't want to... I wouldn't exit the shorts right now, because I also wouldn't go long right here. Because I would never go long going into a supply zone, especially because this is a 4-hour supply. Let me just make sure it's right, and that's not like a contract rollover type deal. No, it's right. Close to stop loss. That's why I went lighter in size. Buyers had the momentum, but we were in a supply zone. So sort of a rock and a hard place type of situation where people are going long up here, but people are also going short up here. Yes, and NQ pulling back pretty strong right now. Gold, I'd like to see you continue with all of the selling volume that's been picking up. Negative 1,600 selling delta, by the way. That's another reason why I haven't exited these shorts, because that's some selling delta that's been really putting pressure on these buyers. And if we start to sort of create a rounding top here and sell off, then great. Again, if it runs and stops me out right here, it is what it is. Just got to know how much we're risking per trade. $120, I think, is my risk on this trade. That's fine. That is a-okay. Yeah, it's going to stop me out. I feel this buying. It's getting there. Close. Bro, it's a tick away. Just do it already. What are you waiting for? Just get it over with. There we go. Thank you. Just get me out of that. Damn. Alright, ES and NQ. We gotta check those out. Those are gonna be our... We'll see. We'll see, because you gotta remember, Friday was garbage. We had OPEX. I'm gonna wait on gold. Get it wait on gold. But I do want to see how it reacts towards 33.98, 3,400. I just wouldn't feel comfortable with longs at this point. Very overextended. Sellers keep trying to step in. Sellers clearly have good volume hold on it. Yeah. Let's see. This is oil. See if oil's showing us anything. Whole lot of nothing on oil. Yes. Yes and NQ. I want to see what's this 15-minute demand on NASDAQ. Here was a pretty strong support zone. But we seem to have some resistance on. Look at ES on Bookmap. We have resistance right above us. NASDAQ on Bookmap. We have support right below us. Now, no trade zone. Gold trying to continue higher. Almost want to take gold long at this point. As much as I hate going long into a supply zone. Clearly, man, these buyers have good step on it. I'm at this point most likely going to wait again, like I said, for a reaction off of 3400 and look for a possible 30-minute reversal, which will show itself when that New York session opens. So that's what I'm waiting on gold. It's gonna push higher though. Let's see. Time frame analysis for the win always, 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 always. Let's see. ES and NQ. Meh. See what I'm saying? Like, buyers keep trying to step in even though all these sellers are here.
So silver's still near its volume shelf at 38,830. If it does go south, VWAP is down at 38.72 right now and rising. So I mean, there is, if we can find a good entry there is a very good run to the south if we can get it.
Yeah, this might be one of those days where we just sort of run on gold and like just don't look back. Like, I don't think there's no way we're coming back down 33.85. Dollar's trying to move higher. ES and NQ we're waiting on. We don't really have any good demand zones. You know what? A little bit right here. On NASDAQ right here. 23,210 on NASDAQ. 30-minute. No, I'm sorry, 15-minute. Let's see, NQ. 33,200 is right below that. So right if we could start to hold that level of support. Long positions on NQ. Add alert down there. Make sure we're not missing any other zones. Probably, might be, maybe, nope. A little bit. Yeah, let's go 1 hour demand right here. D1 hour. Strong move higher, continuation higher. And then we even retested at pre-market last night. So this might be a good trade setup right here. NASDAQ longs. I almost want to delete this one, but I don't. Let's see. Good morning, guys. What's going on, everybody? Yeah, I like to see NASDAQ longs around 23,200. Check out our equities. Microsoft made all-time highs on Friday. It's now below its previous day's low. Meta above previous day high. Tesla above previous day high. Nvidia range bound. Tesla, Amazon was above previous day high till just about 15 minutes ago. And Apple's above previous day high. So for the most part, we are feeling bullish on equities, which would help us on a bull move on ES and Q. Let's see. Just knock down the house over here. Guys, might not be, I gotta hear back from Peter, but might not be here tomorrow. Might be meeting him and David Green in the city. Gotta see what's going on. A little bit of a sell here. I want to see NASDAQ move lower because I want to see it near 23,210, 23,200, but I don't want to see it near those levels in pre-market. I want to see it near those levels before when market opens. So like I want to see us open above it so we could have a quick move lower, because it's always that quick move that we know that there's going to be a lot of people trying to chase that move, thinking, oh, we're continuing. Because when people, you got to think, guys, there's millions of traders, right? Millions. So there's going to be, of course, the hundreds of thousands of new retail traders, even millions of new retail traders that come into the market and say, okay, bearish, yesterday was bearish, when market opens, if we start selling off, my bias is right. I got to take that short right out the gate. Because if I could get short as soon as the market opens and we sell off, I'm going to be selling the highs. I'm going to be so smart. And then they don't do any like technical analysis. They don't look for any support or resistance ranges. And then it doesn't work out for them. So we want to look for that first move to go to our zone for a reversal trade. Let's see.
All right, well, I'm going to come back after market opens.
Alrighty. Take care. See you soon. Apex, I think, still has a sale, guys. Let's take a look at that. See what else is cooking right now. Apex Trader funding. Pretty sure it's till the 24th, right? I think today's only 21st. Yeah, so 3 more days till get 80% off. Discount code Bullishbrs. Very good sales there. Bookmap. I gotta see Bookmap. By Bookmap, you get 20% off for the first, I want to say first 3 months with them. I used to have it written down somewhere. I gotta find it again. Alright, let's see. Good. I want to see NASDAQ hold around this 23,231 area. So again, that'll sort of give me the confidence to say, okay, right now we're starting to hold. When markets do push lower towards my demand zone, when New York session opens, hopefully, well, then I'll be able to take my trade long, knowing that a lot of people are chasing to the other side. Gold with a bit of a rejection again, man. Look at that selling dude that keeps trying to step in. I just fool me once, right? So I don't want to chase it short down here. Even if it does work out in my favor and oh, I could have caught this 5-1, blah blah blah. It's shown me so many times today that when sellers step in, it means absolutely nothing. So I would really need to see us sort of create, like, it's called a market structure shift, right? And that's where we would see us create. Right now we're creating higher highs, higher lows. So I would really need to see us create a lower low off of this supply zone. So I need to see us sell off, break that low, and then come back higher, create a lower high, and the lower high is where I'll take my trade, take my stop loss, and then I'll take it short. Other than that, not really looking for shorts right now on gold again. Let's see, guys. Let's see. Again, gold, great big sellers coming in. Great sellers. It looks awesome to the downside. I don't know. I'm at a position right now with gold where I can't take it short because buyers keep stepping us higher, but I can't take it long because we're in a sell zone, right? That's a supply zone. We're finding selling pressure. We've had selling volume all day, and now our CVD is negative 2,000. Guys, I was bearish when it was negative 1,000. Now it's negative 2,000. Let's see. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. So no trade right now on gold. Just waiting. I did still want to see 3,400. They started to pull it when we got closer, but then they kept it. Nas trying to move lower, waiting on Nasdaq and ES. So guys, we're waiting for the New York session to open for Nasdaq and ES because we don't want to trade it before New York session, because if we're in a trade when New York session opens, we get a volatile spike in the opposite direction. There's a good chance we get stopped out, and then that could possibly be where we should have been entering. Now, gold, another spot where it's like, okay, we just closed red outside of the supply zone twice. It's definitely looking better for the sells, but to chase this, man, I mean, what's the risk to reward is pretty solid, though. Could always take it light size. It's just, again, it's just not worth it, in my opinion, to be trying to take every short we see. But it does look better to the downside. There's no doubt about it that gold looks good to the downside. I just hate that every time sellers try to step in, they fail. So I don't want to take 2 wrong trades on gold after the first one just told me it's not working right now. Like, let's wait for some type of actual clue, right? These clues haven't been working. The volume, not working right now on gold. We're just continuing on this uptrend. Could have very well, though, been a stop hunt, right? I was short over here, I stopped out over here, and then we ended up continuing. So it could have been a quick stop hunt before we went lower, but I want to wait. If we could at least break 33.93, right? And that's this pivot right here. There we go. There's some selling. Don't sell the lows, though. We'd want to try to get in somewhere where we are right now, but I'm good. We got 14 minutes till market opens, ladies and gentlemen. We have a little time. So let's save our money. Get that New York session open. We'll look for some long positions. I do want to see, let's take a look at the ES. Did I have any demand zones on ES? Oh, we're in the demand zone on ES right now. Very low range. Look at this, guys. It almost looks funny how low this range is on Bookmap versus something like Nasdaq, which is like thick, and then ES is like blocky. What is this demand zone? 45 an hourly? 2 hour? 4 hour? Right, like a 4-hour order block. That's right. Do we have any real demand zones, though, underneath us? Not seeing anything right now. Let's see. Not really. The only thing I do see is we had this support zone right here that held as support yesterday. So, sort of getting in the same situation with ES that we had on gold, where it's like, oh, look at this, guys. By the way, glad we didn't chase gold. Look at it go higher. Even though we had selling volume. That's why we got to just listen to the market. If we take a losing trade, listen to that losing trade and stay patient. Your next trade has nothing to do with your last trade. Don't force anything. It is hitting a good bid right up here, 33.98. Usually I would look for a bid like this or like this to go short in a supply zone. That's usually to give me like a really good entry. But right now, look at this. Buyers keep trying to take us through those levels. It's the only time buyers step in is when we're at levels like this. Silver pushing higher. Silver came right off the bottom of its range. But we want to stay patient, see if we could trade the ranges. No matter what we're trading. So like right now on gold, we wouldn't want to buy these highs because we're at the highs. ES and NQ, we're waiting for the futures markets, the New York session to open. And that's about it. Kicking myself, I had a long set at 33.78 on GC. I'm taking a loss on NQ, second guessed myself. That trade would almost hit my take profit. I'd say levels on gold. Good levels, man. Yeah, I know. Gold's been real choppy. It's moving up on news off of the oh my god, I made a video of it this morning. Actually, I have to post it. I'll post it now before markets open. The S&P is hovering near all-time highs, but don't let this calm fool you. Here's your market breakdown. Strong earnings from tech giants and solid economic data are holding the market up, but under the surface are small caps and energy stocks that are lagging. Volatility is low, but investors are watching for new tariffs and political pressure on the Fed. Earning strength is met with profit taking, while disinflation and rate cut hopes are boosting bonds and gold. We're seeing inflows into defensive plays in crypto. Disinflation and rate cut boosts. Rate cut hopes. Rate cut hopes. So rate cut hopes helping gold push higher. Gold's pushing higher on that news. Volume doesn't mean crap to gold right now. But maybe New York session could change that. So again, I'm just waiting. I want to see a 30-minute rejection candle off of a supply zone. Right now we're pushing higher and higher and higher. Give me a half a second just to post this video out there. Make sure you go show some support and show some love to Instagram. Guys, I really am trying to grow my own account, grow my brand, grow myself. Obviously, the more I grow, the better I do, the better I'll make sure everybody here does. Try to bring you all with me, you know what I'm saying? But, we'll keep things going. Gotta have fun, gotta learn, gotta earn, gotta have fun in our markets, guys. Let's see. Silver pushing higher, gold spread pushing higher, gold new high a day right there, too. Again, wouldn't look for shorts anymore. Right now, at this point, for short positions, I would need a higher time frame to give me my entry. Or give me a reversal candle. Yo, I messaged, somebody's got the username Kevin on Instagram, and I messaged them. I was like, yo, can I have that? Like, yo, I see you haven't posted in 8 years. Can I have your username? But it turns out he's one of the co-founders of Instagram, so I'm gonna go with he's gonna say no. But hey, worth a shot. Shoot or shoot. Gotta shoot your shots in life. Alright, let's see, ladies and gentlemen. Gold spread pushing higher and higher. Gonna leave gold alone. Waiting for ES and NQ. What I would like to see now, right? So because things are starting to line up on NASDAQ and ES a bit clearer here. I'd like to see if we can possibly, let's see if we can map this out right. So pre-market lows, right, are going to be the 6 o'clock low over here. This is 6:15. This is where we dipped. This is our pre-market lows. I'm going to mark this out as PML, pre-market lows. The reason I'm doing this is because it's very important. If we, let's see, text, middle, center, right, is because if we could sweep these pre-market lows and hold this demand zone right there, that could help give us support to go higher. So it's because, again, a lot of people might take out pre-market lows. We're going lower. I got to short this, but we're in a zone of support. I don't like to see longs off of that. But we'll be patient. Market opens in about 6 minutes. We have some time. Gold's still chopping around in the supply zone. This is exactly why I wouldn't look for a long position here, but I also wouldn't look for a short position here. My supply zone tells me no longs, but this price action tells me no shorts. So until one flips, where we either get above the supply zone or we hold below the supply zone, we're not gonna have any trade setups on gold. Oil, Chop City, always and forever. Man, that's a real disappointment. I used to love oil. But now I hate it. No, I'm just kidding. We'll be looking at the VIX. We'll be looking at the weighted index today. Weighted index trading within that previous session. Guys, this weighted index has been a huge supporter or resistance in finding these trends and entries on ES and NQ, especially NASDAQ. When we're finding like previous session low, holding that previous session low in a demand zone, super helpful. We were at previous session high up here while NASDAQ was in supply. We rejected both, super helpful to the downside. So we just got to be patient. Wait for our setups, wait for our levels, and know our confirmations. possible short entry on NQ up here. And I say possible because it's possible. I'm not too sure. We'll have to take a look. Market's open in 5 minutes. We'll have to see if we want to spike higher first for some possible sellers, or if we want to break lower first for some possible buyers. Now, I do want us to break lower. 23,220 is a pivot low here on NAS. So I'd like to see if we can break that pivot into this demand zone. Take a look at our other time frames. 15-minute, 30-minute. Make sure we're not missing anything. 30-minute closes in about 4 or 5 minutes. That's when the New York session opens. Guys, hit that like button if you're here on YouTube. Discord, what's going on? Hope you're all doing well. Let's see who we got in here. Mr. Potato, Alex, Andre, Austin. What's up? Ozzy, Colin, Dave. Good morning, everybody. What is up, guys? What is up? Fred, Greg, Habibi. Good morning. Iris, Victoria, Johnny, Tanner, MJ. Or is it? We already said hello. Smooth, Turek, Writing Cat, everybody, guys. What's going on, everyone? Kev, what's up, guys? If I missed you, we'll go over it again. I'm just kidding, but we'll get you next time. All right, gold trying to reject supply again here, guys. I'm just not about it right now. If I was short, I'd be looking to target this low volume shelf, this broken supply zone down here. So I'm not entirely, like, don't want to take shorts anymore. I just want to wait for a better confirmation. Good morning. Thank you, bro. You too. Hope you all have a great day, and hope you all had a great weekend, man. Yo, what's up, G Brooks? What's going on? Market's open in 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes. We will see where we want to open, how we want to open, and if gold finally wants to break this pivot right here. Again, for that market structure shift, MSOs, market structure, it's like ICT concepts. I'm not a fan. I don't trade ICT concepts, but I do trade just, basic price action. If we do break this low right here, then guess what? We can't create a higher low if we broke this low. That would then be a lower low. So after a lower low is made, we just created a higher high. So I'd want to see us create a lower low, pull back, create a lower high, and then continue lower. So again, I could wait and see how we want to trade. If I don't wait, I could take it short here, and then it could pop up and stop me out. That's not how we want to trade. We want to wait for confirmation, take that entry off of that, especially because this is a 4-hour supply zone, guys. So waiting for a 5-minute close clearly isn't working. So we'd want to wait for like a 15-minute or 30-minute rejection candle. Even the 30-minute that's starting to line up now, the 15-minute that's starting to line up now. I mentioned before we even got into this zone that if we got into it and got a 30-minute rejection because it's a 4-hour supply, I would like to look for a short. So depending on how this 30-minute wants to close, if it can close red, I will look for a short position on a retest of the supply zone. Again, ideally would like to see us break below this 33.93 level. We could also use, look at this, weighted gold, top of its range right now still. Silver pulling back from its highs at the moment. Stay patient, don't chase, let's wait. Just waiting for the market to open. Give us some setups. YouTube, hitting that like button before market opens. Hit that like button if you had a great weekend and you're ready to make some money today. Yo, good morning, Alex. What's up, man? Good morning, guys. Excited, man. ES holding this demand zone. Now, this might also be an area where I might look for support on the ES if we can pull back to it. This is a 4-to-1 risk to reward. We'll see. We'll have to see, though. New York session opens in 1:10, guys. 1:10. Let's be patient. Let things sort of develop. Come to us. Have our setups. This is why I like the position tool, guys. Because if I want to wait for this setup to hit, or if I have another setup over here to hit, I don't have to go into like the depth of the market and map it out or anything. I could just, on the chart where I have my broker connected to, I could just right click, create limit order, and then it'll create the limit order for me. Stop loss, take profit, entry, and that's it. I don't have to go entry, drag stop loss, drag take profit. No, it's just, it's in, it's ready. I would take ES short 63.54 area. What's this green level on ES right here? Deleted level, that's what that is. Do we have previous day high and low on ES? We do, and our open price, wonderful. Good, we're ready, guys. We're ready for the day. VIX is in a range. So VIX has been having a tough time in this range, and price action has been reflecting that. New York session just opened, guys. See where gold wanted to open. Gold gave us a green candle on that 30-minute, but it is a reversal candle on the 30-minute. Same with the 15. So I'm not entirely lost on gold shorts. I'll try gold shorts one more time here. Looking for selling pressure to step in and sort of give us that market structure shift break. If we do fail and push higher, I will keep my stop loss moderately close, because, again, the whole fool me once type deal. I'm not trying to take a big loss on gold. Was looking for that volume to help us go lower, but if we fail it again, I'm just going to stop out. Really not, again, not looking for a big loss on gold, just looking for a quick scalp. Just looking for the momentum to bring us lower off that New York session open. Because I do think a lot of people might be trying to go long on gold too, but I do want to see people take profit off gold, because even GLD, the ETF, it gapped higher, right, from New York session to New York session, so I want to see people sort of selling it here. But gold doesn't just move off of that. It is, remember, the futures. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this volume failing. Most likely going to, let's see. Come on, give me some, show me something. I was going to say, show me point of control, trying to move lower. Volume, okay, good. So volume's weak to the upside. That is good. That is in our favor. Just sort of wait here. Just because we have volume trying to move to the downside doesn't mean this is the best trade. We want to see that break and continuation. We want to see volume pick up to the downside down here. It's trying to. That's great, but it's keep failing. Yes, and cube moving higher. Come on, gold. Give us that break lower. I'm in for a 3-to-1 risk to reward on this trade. There we go. Getting a little selling pressure there. Go give us that break. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that gold short. There we go. Some selling pressure. 230 left in this 5-minute. I almost want to take it here for a scalp, but I do want to see if we could break that low. I did like the 15-minute for the reversal and the 30-minute too. So if we get that break, that would be huge. There it is. Huge, guys. Nice. You could look to take out a contract there if you're in multiple contracts. Because buyers have been keep stepping in, we want to be a little careful with this gold short, because we might sweep this low and then reverse. So I'm going to be a little careful with it. I'm moving my stop loss lower. I'm going to try to let this run. No, I'm not a big fan of that. See that? Buyers keep trying to step in, excuse me. Not much support under us. I mean, I'd like to see us break lower. Point of control is higher. Volume is trying to pick up to the downside. We'll try to hold it out. 33. Ideally, I'd like to see 33.85, which is like another 10 points on gold. But looking at this buying pressure, really, I don't want to say worrisome, but we're just going to wait on this. See if volume can try to hold us lower. If it doesn't, I have my stop loss right at supply. So like this trade became a very low loss trade. Like I can't lose too much on this one. But same deal. Look at that. Buyers keep trying to step in again. Gonna be moving my take profit up because I'm having a lot of uncertainty on those shorts. Look at that, man. Big buyers again. Where's our point of control? Trying to move lower. I don't want to keep my stop loss too tight where I just stop out just because we're pulling back. So stop loss is at the current candle's high. So like if it full-blown reverses, I'm out. But yeah, no, that's cray. Could have definitely looked for a scalp off of that low, gotten out at that low that we just created. Definitely looking more ideal to the upside at this point. So let's wait and see if we get one more dip lower to get out into some profit. If not, we're just going to take a small loss on this. Yeah, look at that, point of control held higher. Probably going to pull back to supply, or at least to stop loss, which is a point inside supply. So I'll let you guys know if it stops me out. Right now it hasn't stopped me out yet. It's going to on this run. I can feel it. Feel it in my toes. I did move my stop loss lower again. Like I said, it's at the top of that 5-minute high. Almost want to stop out here just to get out of this. But I don't know, man. Those sellers just keep stepping in. Volume's still heavy. The 15-minute did finally give us a bit of a reversal candle, and so did the 30-minute. 30 didn't close as a red candle, though, but it did still give us a basing. So I'm still going to hold this. I have the super tight stop loss. Just waiting to see if we could get that momentum back lower on gold. If it can break this pivot low again, that would be huge. That would be huge for those shorts. But that's a big if. Big if. Buyers keep saying no way. But now we have broken it. So this could be the lower high right here. But we'd have to hold it. That's why my stop loss is right over here. Really not looking to risk much on it. Look at that. We're trying to go back higher one more time. Sellers keep failing to hold us lower. So we don't want to be greedy. If it does give us a dip lower again, we'll take it. If it doesn't, we're just going to get stopped out. It's getting there. It's getting close. So wick away. It's got to go for stop loss now. It's really funny. Gold's funny right now, man. Might double top at that recent 5-minute high and then continue, but I'm not messing with my stop loss. Just stop me out and we'll go look at ES and NQ. Or don't stop me out and I'll hold it. Whatever you want to do, but I'm going to go look at ES and NQ now. Thanks. ES and NQ trying to make their way higher. So let's see. We'll delete this setup for now. I am still in gold. I'll keep an eye on gold on another chart, and I'll let you guys know if it does stop me out or anything. But I want to keep an eye on ES because ES was setting up a bit nicer. Gold's just been chopping. Gold's looking like it wants that stop loss, man. Just go for it already. Like a rip the band-aid off. It's building up. Yes, anything? Nope. Bro, gold. Oh my goodness. Alright, there we go. Go to stop loss. Dude, gold's a tick away from my stop. Oh. There it is. There it is. Alright, now it's going to reverse lower. No, I'm just kidding. We're done with gold for the whole day. No more gold. Small losses. We keep them paper thin. Now let's see. ES and Q. NAS is above its supply zone. Now, yesterday, NAS rejected above the supply zone as well. So let's see where we're at. Buying volume on ES right now. Don't really want to go short at this point. Take a look at NAS too. NAS, look at the resistance up here in NASDAQ. Ooh, weighted index also near some resistance. Sort of like this for shorts on NQ here. If we found selling pressure and equities got bearish, I would take NQ short off these highs. But look at the buyers keep trying to step in. We don't want to short it going into that. Look at that buying pressure. Boom, let's see if we could fill this big seller. 23,327. 23,327. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. Boom, nice break there on NAS. ES trying to move higher, too. We're just going to wait. ES, sellers in 57. So that is not in my supply zone. Nas continued, and it did break. Look at that. Volume was able to surpass 584 volume on that price level. Huge. ES, anything? Low volume shelves to the downside. So again, sort of possible long entries down there. VIX moving lower. New low day on VIX, new high day on ES. Gold, man. Forget gold, dude. Forget about it. Now, those losses were really well managed, man. Only down 270 on the day. Usually likes risk between 100 and 200 per trade. So not even 300 of a loss for 2 trades. Good risk management. Just got to properly manage your losses. Keep you in the long game. Yes, great support below us. If I was a scalper, I'd almost be looking for longs off this right here. But I don't want to just be buying at these highs. I don't. I'm not a fan of buying highs. Again, it looks better to the upside. Apple's at a key level, though. Microsoft new high a day. Tesla's pushing lower. Nvidia's trying to hold lows. And oh, look at that weighted index popping higher. I think ES holds here. VIX moving lower. Yeah, I really almost want to take a long on this pullback. And the entries are so tight because really pretty weak right now. We could start to hold here. On ES, I'd like a long position. All equities are bullish right now. We'll try a long contract ES right there, guys. I'm long ES. Stop loss is around like 63.50. So I'm just taking it long here, looking for us to continue higher. And if it does just struggle, then I'm just going to get right on out. Just a 1 point stop loss. So again, if it struggles, I'm just right out. Starting to struggle a little bit here. I guess I don't want to keep my stop loss too tight because again, this is all support underneath us. So 49.50 will be my stop loss. Looking to see if ES could support higher because VIX is pushing higher as well. Take profit's going to be 63.54 or let's see. 63.57 is another good spot. So I'll get out of one contract at 63.54. Nice little move right there, guys. There we go. Come on, get that leg higher. Equities are pushing pretty bullish right now, and there we go. Come on now. Pop up, pop up. Nice. Apple new high day. Microsoft Meta new high day. All these equities new high day. Should help this bull move. Holding the longs. Nice, nice. Not bad. I'm going to move my take profit up a little bit. See if we could get a couple more ticks or points out of the take profit. Nice. Actually, I do want to keep that on my screen. Ooh, seller just stepped in. Seller said, hold up, wait a minute. Forgot something. VIX moving lower, though. Equities are moving higher, man. Should not see that strong of a pullback here on ES. I'm moving my stop loss to 63.50 again. Because if we do pull back, there's probably something else going on in the markets that we don't want to be holding into. Right now my entry, let's see. No, not there. The current trade I'm in right now, 3-1. Just looking for a little move up here. Not in as many contracts as I should be for my risk. Should be in another one. But I don't want to risk too much on this going into the supply zone. Equities are popping like they're hot right now. Does anybody watch the Dow? Somebody let me know how small caps are struggling. That's what was going on. I reported on that this morning. Maybe I should listen to myself. And that's the good part about going over those, man. Very helpful. Amazon new high a day. Microsoft new high a day. Tesla's struggling. Probably gonna look to get out at 63.54. 63.54 for getting out of these longs. 3-1 on that.
For the Dow, I tracked like the number changes. So this morning started at 74, dropped down to 52, we're back up to 55.
Nice. Oh, here we go. Get a little push here. Okay, out of one contract, holding one left. What was that one more time? I'm so sorry.
For the Dow, I tracked the change, right? Not the percent change, but the actual change. So this morning it started around positive 74, down to positive 52, down to or back up to positive 62, and it just spiked again to positive 75.
Nice. Nice, guys. Look at this guy's huge. Definitely should have been in a few more contracts. Got out of that one at 54. Still holding. Right now we're above 57. That was the other take profit. Boom, above 57, above 58 almost. Pretty big seller up here at 58. See if we could blast through it again. I'm going to exit my last contract up here because that was no nice. Nice trade, nice trade. Good little comeback there. Again, we were down 270 on 2 trades. Now I'm up 160 off of 1 trade. So 1 out of 3 trades, but still green on the day. Not heavily green like I'd like to be. And obviously could have held this trade longer, could have traded this a little bit better size-wise with an extra contract or 2 more. But we have to take it for what it is. I was coming off of 2 losses on gold, so I didn't want to go too heavy on ES. Plus, we were running into a resistance point, but I was able to note that we were bullish. I was able to use my confirmations, weighted index moving higher, VIX was making a new low a day. We knew what we were looking for, things were lining up, and those are the trades we like to take. Oh my goodness, gold. That is wild. Wild child gold right there. Not at all-time highs, are we? We're at all-time highs, ladies and gentlemen. S&P 500, NASDAQ, all-time highs. Beautiful. Now we can look for a new setup on ES, because we ain't over yet. We ain't done yet. All-time highs. Kevin, where do we look to target? Guys, you should know where we should look to target. Key psychological levels. Any level that ends in a 0, 5, 25s. These are key psychological levels that have an impact when we haven't had historical levels at this point. Now, that doesn't mean go mark out 6360, 6365, 6370. No, but maybe do 6350, 6375, 6400. So now we can start marking them out. So let's do 65, 6375. 65 looks pretty strong. I see 73 a little bit, but 65 would be our next target to the upside, and that's also using Bookmap. So instead of using key psychological levels, we could also use the order flow given to us in the market too. Now I'm waiting on ES to pull back to this zone for a re-entry for longs. We have a low volume shelf between 53 and about 56, and that lines up right in my broken supply zone. Boom! There's that 60. Wow, what a break, man. Definitely shouldn't have even scaled out of 1 contract there. That was a poor scale, but it was a 1-point stop loss, dude. That's insanity. Gotta measure it out next time. Good stuff, man. Good buying pressure here. VIX pushing lower. Would like to see a pullback at some point. If point of control is much higher, though, there's a good chance we do not pull back. Yeah, point of control is trying to move higher. Gonna look at this low volume shelves to the downside, or volume imbalance down here. So it's where I'm looking for a long re-entry. Bro, I'm looking at my position tool. It tells me I could have used 6 contracts for my $200 risk. I was in 2. So I wasn't even in half. But again, was able to take a nice risk to reward trade, was able to manage it properly, was able to manage my losses properly, and able to surpass a green day off of being right just once out of 3 times. So far. Day's not done yet. See if we can shoot for that 50% win rate. Have a real green day today. No big headlines right now. ES might be continuing. Gold continuing, that's for sure. All right, ES pulling back good. Let's get that pullback on. Let's get our entry long, man. Oh yeah, let's see. Where's Discord at? Oh, shoot. Let's see. Yo, sick pullback. Let's go. Perfect, man. Perfect. This is the buy every single dip we see. Weighted index moving higher. Maybe I'm not even joking. Hold up. Guys, look at the previous candlestick. This does not say that we should be pulling back for a big reversal now. So it would only make sense that this pullback gets brought back up. But let's wait. All right, still pulling back. I would essentially like to see us pull back towards this 56, 55 area. Let's see, 56 is right here. 56. So there's our 56. Yeah, see that continuation off that. Beautiful, man. Oil continuing lower. This is amazing. Amazing price action. What's the chart on the left used for? What's going on? This is Bookmap. So Bookmap basically shows us, it doesn't show us volume by price. It shows us, well, yeah, it shows us volume by price, but it doesn't show us price by time. Like a time frame chart shows us volume by price. So these bubbles show us buying or selling volume. So if it's a big green bubble, it's aggressive buying. Aggressive buying. If it's a big sell bubble, it's a big red bubble. And then the lines over here, these are passive buyers and passive sellers. So if we're moving into a price level, an ask, that's a passive seller. If we're moving into a price level that's below us, that's a passive buyer. So right now, my buy zone lines up right with this passive buyer, so that helps give me extra confirmation that this might be a pretty nice long position. Now, I'm not taking longs at these highs. We don't want to buy the highs. We want to be patient, wait for that pullback, right? Sort of buy the low, sell the highs. We're not selling the highs, we're buying the lows. Just because, remember the saying, buy the low, sell the highs doesn't mean you have to sell the highs, you have to buy the lows. It's a saying, right? So if we're in a bullish market, we would want to be buying the lows. We would not be selling the highs. If we want to sell in a bearish market, we'd be selling the highs, not buying the lows. To exit our positions, we would be selling the highs if we're in a long position, though. That's for sure. Nice. Good pop right there. Gold 3,400, dancing on that 3,400. ES, another move higher, guys. Huge. Getting in line to that 63.65. Big gap into that 5-minute open right there. Not big one, but you know. You know. Big enough that we see it. VIX continuing lower, new lower days. Definitely could have been holding these longs for a while here, guys. It happens. It is what it is. Just gotta readjust and wait for a new re-entry. Awesome. All right, guys. Tomorrow won't be here. I will be on Wall Street with Peter Tuchman and David Green. Super cool. Take some pictures, record some videos. Awesome stuff, man. That's real cool. Hold up 1 minute. Bless you. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Beef room. Aw, okay. Yes, continuing higher. Oh my goodness, man. Beautiful. Dude, I couldn't. We took 2 losses on gold, 1 win, and I couldn't be happy. And again, could definitely have executed by holding a bit longer, but I couldn't be happier in the sense of how we controlled our losses, guys. And that has to be our goal. Our goal is not to get rich in one day. Our goal is to be patient and let it come to us and manage our trades. Equities are sort of hitting a wall right now. Amazon's rejecting new high day. So is Apple. Check out Apple. A little bit of a lingerer today, right? It hit new high day at 9:45. Since then, it has been rejecting. Lingerer. All right, let's see. That's really awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. Or Ray. I do apologize. Ray or Jay? Gotta get the names right, man. His name's Rotten. Rotten is a gunner on YouTube. He said his name was Ray or Jay the other day. I forgot. Do apologize on that. Too many names to remember.
How does that old Mel Tillis song go? You can call me Ray, or you can call me Jay, or you can call me Roy, you can call me Leroy, you can call me, something like that.
That's funny. No, I don't know if I ever heard that one. "18 Broad Street." Man, that's so cool. That's dope, man. That's gonna be my first time on Wall Street. But never call me late for dinner. Ah, this guy. Guys, look at gold, man. I'm glad, not only am I glad we stopped trying to take shorts on gold, but I'm glad I wasn't trying to chase the longs on gold. Because as we see, we have been failing, right? We've been failing to continue higher, been failing to continue lower. It's range-bound price action because we're in a zone of resistance. We've been bullish all night because of the whole, the tariffs and, of course, the, what's it called? The rate hikes, hopes of rate hikes coming in. So that's going to give us a reaction. NASDAQ rejecting right here too. Right near 400. And boom, look at this, guys. ES is just running. Running like it's got somewhere to be. Oh, 6410? Is 6410 in play? That'd be wild. Another 50 points, guys. I mean, not for nothing. We haven't really been pulling back. We were looking for a trade. We're just continuing. Look at this, guys. Big movers. Nas getting to that 23,400. Oh, I think it hit 23,400. Looks like it did. It did. It did for a moment. Good memory. Dude, I try, man. I don't have that good of a memory. Don't compliment me. Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody asked what biases could have helped you enter along right at market open to catch the move up. I mean, so something that we could recognize, right, is that we have been making all-time highs lately on the ES, on the NASDAQ. If we're looking at our daily chart, right, if we're even looking back at just the last month, we've been very bullish, right? Past 20 bars, 31 days, so the past trading month, we've been making, these are new all-time highs. This yellow level is our old all-time high. So we made all-time high once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, again yesterday 5 times. So we've been continuously making these all-time highs, so we want to be able to follow that trend. As for how would you find an entry as soon as market opens, it's really hard to take an entry when market opens because we don't know if we're going to get some type of manipulation before we continue. What I mean by that would be if market opened and let's say we moved higher first, then we pulled back, broke our low, and then we pulled back again and continued higher, right? That would be pretty common price action in which markets like to do this range-bound price action before we get our run-up like this. But this has just been wild. Absolutely wild. 70 in line. 70 in line. This thing is, it's almost like just scalp it to 70. I'm not doing anything here, guys. This has been insanity of price action. Alright, give us a pullback here. This is also why we don't want to buy these highs. Because, guys, if you go along up here, where are you putting your stop loss? Are you putting it at the last candle, this candle's open? Are you putting it at the last candle's open? Are you putting it all the way at the pivot down here? I mean, you also have to remember, wherever you put your stop loss, where's your take profit? Are you going to target 63.75? Are you going to target 63.80, 6400? Where's your target? Does it give you a good risk to reward? If you feel like your stop loss is all the way here, and you're looking at a 1-to-1, and you're buying the highs, it's a good chance you might be chasing the market a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm waiting on a pullback. Right now, it's at 65. No joke, I'll look for like 65 and like 63. Let's see. 65, 66, 66. So like 65.75, possible entry here if we could dip and hold. Low volume shelf right there on the session volume profile and on the RTH, the regular trading volume profile, which is the New York session volume profile. Alright, so we'll see if we could dip into it. Looking for longs on ES on a dip right here. Is VIX making new lows? Ooh, gotta be a little careful. Weighted index started to stall out, and VIX is trying to push back higher again, so I do want to be a little careful on this trade if I take it. Gotta remember, we have just been continuing higher, so trend-wise, popping like a tot. Let's see if we could dip into like this 66 area. Okay, we're in it. Let's see if we could hold it now. Okay, so I'm going to take it here. Might have been a little premature on that entry, but I'm in a long off the 66.25 as entry, 64.50 stop loss. It might run to my stop right here, and that's okay. It's not, it's trying to hold that. Sellers are trying to bring it in pretty nasty, though, and gotta remember weighted index got weaker, and so did the VIX, so a few red flags on this long. So just be careful with your sizing on this if you did take this trade with me. I'm just looking for a scalp back higher, possibly to 75. But with the selling pressure starting to step in, we do have to reverse. We don't have to reverse, right? But we do usually have to see some type of pullback. We can't really go up forever. Markets don't just go higher. But right now, that has been the trend for today, and that's the trend I'm following. Then a little bit of a reaction off of my entry. That's great. Didn't hit stop loss. Getting some buying pressure. Let's see if we could flip this candle green. That would be huge. Weighted index trying to move higher again. Nasdaq's trying to move higher again. Come on, pull up ES with us. Again, my biggest concern being we are pretty extended at this point, and a lot of people are trying to take profits at this level. VIX has been trying to move back higher, which is a bearish sentiment, so might look for a scalp on this, or at least to get out of one contract for a scalp, so I'm in less size. So we get a spike higher, we'll get out of one at 67.75, possibly, we'll see. Again, my biggest concern is this weighted index right here. That thing sells off, we could be done. We could be gone. Yeah, I'm trying to get out at 63.67.25. 63.67.25 to the buy side. I'm gonna have at least just one contract to play it safe. Because if sellers step in, I don't want to be in too heavy of a long, especially because we're so extended. All right, I'm out of one. Now I'm able to manage these last two, no problem. Sort of let it run if it does want to make its way back higher again and continue like we've been seeing. Weighted index still trying to move lower, but that's okay. I'm just chilling right now. Nas trying to move higher. Amazon trying to move up. Microsoft's trying to sell off. So is Meta. Apple's pretty weak right here too. Let's see. Again, sort of at the point where it's like, do we just take the profit off the table here? We're pretty extended. We got a nice little bottom tick for a couple points, but we could also see another leg. We haven't really seen that strong of selling pressure yet. Yeah, getting a little pullback. Probably going to look to get out of a minute left. We'll wait and see. Stop loss is still 63.64. Target still 63.75. Looking for a 6-to-1 on this. Buyers step in for another leg higher. We're looking at a 6-to-1 risk to reward. Weighted index trying to hold up. That's a great green flag for our longs. Microsoft trying to hold up. Amazon's pushing higher. Nvidia's pushing higher. Great. Could we find some support now and continue on ES? That would be fantastic. Want to see us get back to at least the top of this range near like 69. But we keep coming back near my entry point, which is a little bit concerning in my opinion, because we want to try to keep that as a bit of a low volume shelf. And the longer we're in it, the more volume we retain in that area. Yeah, the weaker it gets. There we go. Stops out of those last two contracts. It's all right. Still up on the day, nice profits. We're okay. Just gonna wait and see. There's that selling pressure. It's why we respect our stop loss. Next to low volume shelf is near 61. 61, right? That's right near this big this gap in price right there from price. So what's that? 61? 62. So about 61. So we could have like a 1.25 stop loss on this. And just look to see if we want to create a bear flag here. Oh, I'm sorry, a bull flag, which would mean like pull back and find some support. 15-minute, 30-minute, hourly, all pretty bullish. So would really only see this as a pullback. $62 is where I'd like to possibly look to enter. Right now we are building some passive buyers in 62. Starting to hold before 62. Guys, just taking a quick moment just to cover something, unfortunately, with what's going on with Jeremy, why he hasn't been active here. Unfortunately, his son passed away last week in an accident. So if you guys want to go check out, they have a meal train link going. Jeremy is a fantastic moderator here in the community. Amazing person, amazing guy, great trader. And very, very, very hard times for their family. It's horrible. Heartbreaking. So go show some love to Jer. They're going through a lot.
We're asking that people not contact him or DM
Yeah.
him at this time. He's very much withdrawn. So the funeral is tomorrow in Midlothian, Virginia. But if anyone is interested in financial support, that's fine. If you're not, nobody's going to judge here. But there is a meal train link in the main chat where you can offer some money or that kind of thing. But it was a swimming accident. He and his girlfriend were out swimming, and he developed a cramp. They just totally locked his whole body up, and his girlfriend desperately tried to pull him back to shore, but she just wasn't strong enough. And so it came as a shock to everyone. Jeremy's pretty tore up, obviously. So if you're a person of faith, please keep him in your prayers. But again, please do not reach out and contact him at this time. Let him work through this.
Needs a little space. Horrible, man. Absolutely horrible. Heartbreaking. But like Marzetti said, guys, keep Jeremy and his family in your thoughts and prayers. Always. We're family here, right? We're not just a community. We're not just a bunch of traders, but we're family here. Hey, Leo, great job, man. VWAP method for 2.9K in copy trading on combines. Great job, dude. Bro, you got to get that payout, man. I know you're working towards that payout. Let's see, man. Yo, ES was a tick away from my entry. Gold continued higher. Alright, ES, time to pull back. Pull back lower one more time for my entry long. We'll give it one more go. And then we'll call it a day on that. Point of control trying to hold higher too.
remember, folks, if this kind of news upsets you, take a break from trading.
Yeah, that's
We do
true
not want
too.
to trade when we're emotional.
Yep. ES printed a new level 6350 to the downside. I'm looking for 6362 long, 6360.5 stop loss. So I'd like to see us break this recent 5-minute low and then hold long entry right below that recent 5-minute low. Infiltrators are closed in each community. Hey, good morning, Robert. What's going on? All right, we're pulling back. Good. This is what I like to see on ES. VIX trying to move lower again, which is great. So weighted index pulling back. So I'd like to see ES pull back towards that entry. We might not get that pullback. I almost want to try the longs here. Looking to see that we just get some continuation higher. 15-minute just closed, so I will be a little patient on that. Again, looking to see if we could break that 15-minute low and then reverse. Hourly is 43 minutes to close. Where's the hourly open? Hourly opened right here. 1H open. That way I know if I could find a long position below the hourly open, that would be great, because I'm looking for the hourly to continue higher with the trend. Looking for a dip into 63.62 to around 63.61 to hold. Getting there. Alright, let's see, guys. Let's see. I'm gonna go later in size on this one again, so probably like 150 risk, only 2 contracts. Didn't give me entry yet, so we're still waiting. Again, almost want to try it here on this pullback, see if we create a higher low off of this level. But I really wanted to see us dip into this low volume shelf. This is like a no volume shelf right here around 63, 62. This is where that 5-minute had that weird gap. So we had an imbalance there.
All right, we've got some on the ES. We've got some chop here around from 63.58 to 63.59 on the 1 minute. If we pull back, we're going to look at that as, I don't know what you want to call it, breaker block, quarter block, or whatever, but it makes for a good target. Somewhere around here at 63.60 would be a good pullback target.
Just don't call it a late for dinner block. Alright, let's see. Come on, ES, give us that dip. You know you want to break that previous 5-minute low. And like ASAP, we only got 1:50 left on this 5-minute. So, pick it up. Let's do it right now. I'll give you 30 seconds to do that. Don't make me start counting. 1. I'm just kidding. Let's see. 15-minute, a little concerning on a reversal on the 15, but NASDAQ didn't give us the same reversal candle. Weighted index trying to hold. Definitely feeling more bullish here. Just hasn't hit my entry. But sellers keep failing to bring us lower here. Weighted index pushing higher. Dude, man. I almost really want to take it long here, but a minute left in this 5-minute. Just wait a sec. $50 seconds. Been chopping and chopping. Okay, taking long, yes. I like this volume build up. My stop loss is at the low we just created. So it's like it's a tight trade because I still am expecting that this trade setup I want to occur. But if we do just find buying pressure and continue and we don't get that pullback that probably everybody's looking for, I can at least be in this trade for a couple contracts, trade it lightly. But if it does stop me out again, tight stop loss, take a small loss on it lightly. So just a matter of being patient right here. I liked the weighted index was moving higher, and that's what I liked to see for these longs. The what else we got? VIX was trying to move lower as well to make a new low day too. So things were trying to line up to the buy side, and we failed to break that 15-minute low. So it's like that also is a bit of a bullish sentiment, but let's just wait and see. Want to see? Oh, okay, out of 1.
Ow! I was short.
Oh no.
Walked right over my stop.
Oh no. Oh shoot.
All right, went to the top of the range here from the 1003 candle. I don't know what that was, but okay.
Oh man. Guys, I'm holding this right now. I do want to see us continue towards that 75. Wow, that was wild. Could be double topping here on ES. This could possibly be the high of our range, so we could look to get out here. But I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna put my stop loss to like a tick below break even. So stop loss 63, 63, 75. There we go. Give us another leg, man. Another crazy leg. Let's just do it. Just do it. 3:30 left in this 5-minute. A little concerning on that fact. Nice. Almost. We're getting there. Oh my goodness. 63.69 hit. Get out 63.69 for funny number. Just kidding. Holding this.
Move upside target 63.72.
Oh my goodness, guys. This is wild. Wow. CVD spiked higher with it too. VIX is pushing lower, new low day. Weighted index pushing higher. I'm gonna get out here. That was a beautiful, strong move. I want to get out into strength, locking in a gray green day up 550. Guys, we started. There's our 50% win rate. We started 0-2 on gold, down only 270. Made back some on it, right? It was up like 160. I think I did know I took like one more loss in between, so even less than a 50% win rate. But the ability to compound and have the ability to use a tool like Bookmap to co-align with my zones that I find to help me find more precise and cleaner entries helps me have smaller losses and bigger wins. So it's just a matter of being patient on that. Good morning, guys. Fantastic. Dude, what a trade. That was crazy. That was so cool. That was real cool, man. I'm glad I front ran that my entry, guys. Look at that. I was looking for this entry off of 62. It wicked to 62.75. It said, all right, listen, I got it. I'm going to take it here. We had like 50 seconds left in the 5-minute. We failed to break lower. That also is a bullish sentiment because we have been just continuing higher today. Higher lows, higher highs, and boom. VIX moving higher. My issue, the reason I did get out of that last contract is because look at our weighted index up here. Right now, our weighted index, look at all of these wicks. We're rejecting in this area. Even NASDAQ is struggling in this area. So yes, ES was more bullish. Yes, this was a great trade. But does it have strength to get to 75? Possibly. Probably. It's got more odds to go higher than it does lower at this point. But being in the trade from 63, was able to catch a nice quick 6-point move. Nothing crazy, but with the 1.5 stop loss, it's a good risk to reward. Just got to be patient for them. That was insane, bro.
And I don't see any news. I don't see anything about it that triggered it, so I don't know.
Let's see. We'll pull up the headlines. Any headlines? Nope. No headline. Some Russian headlines. Alaska Airlines. check our home page. Where's our Trump tracker? Anything? No Trump tracker today. Very low, very weird. Yeah, I don't know what that was. 2 minutes ago, Alaska Airlines was just the market being the market. All right, here we go. Now we're going to go another 5 points. That was awesome. Oh, get out of there, guys. 10:25. Look at the no volume. Somebody's got to be speaking right now. Don't be in any trades. They just pulled everything off the book. Bro, no news. No news. That was just the market going bananas. But, yo, look at this, guys. Book map. Heavy volume, heavy volume, heavy. Pulled it. They're expecting volatility. Stay away. Stay far. It's going to spike again. Stay far. Full port long. No, I'm just kidding. Damn, yo, am I excited for tomorrow. Go chill with Peter Tuchman, the David Green, on Wall Street, on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange. That's gonna be so much fun, man. It's gonna be legit.
Wait, you're going to the floor?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it said, let's see. Yeah, because you needed my full name to get myself a tag or whatever.
Badge, cool.
Yep, a badge, yeah.
Are you gonna like ring the bell or something? Or
Nah, I don't think so. That'd be pretty cool though. Next time. Let's see. Look at this buying pressure's continuing higher here. Not looking for shorts at this point. We'll look to follow the trend. I'm not grabbing longs. The reason I'm not going long here to scalp it to 74 is because they pulled all the support below us. That's like a super like mega red flag. And as in terms of volume, right? In terms of support and resistance. Because they pulled all of that, there's nothing really supporting us. So we could see, as we had a big spike here, we could also see a big spike lower. So just staying patient. I'm waiting out of it. Price action wise and volume wise does look like we want to continue higher. So again, wouldn't look for shorts. I would look for longs, but hit a pretty solid daily goal. And again, dug it out from a couple poor losses. And again, weighted index, guys. Look at this right here. This is our weighted index, which is basically the stocks that I pull up from over here. So Meta, Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia, Amazon, and I don't think I have Tesla in there. Nah, no Tesla. So it's 1, 2, 3, I think 5 stocks. No Tesla, and the reason for that is because Tesla a lot of times will, and as we see today, Tesla is selling off today. So while all the other equities are strong, Meta's pushing higher for the most part, Microsoft is pushing higher, Apple was pushing higher, Amazon higher, Nvidia was one of the lackers today. But after a little while, it did end up picking up steam and trying to hold. So that hold was what we needed while the rest of the equities were sideways. So it is important to keep an eye on equities while you trade futures, or even if you trade SPY and QQQ as well. We're going to make a vid or post some vids and pics to Instagram. Definitely will be awesome tomorrow. Yeah, man, for sure. 100%, dude. I gotta. Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate that. One more day. Yes, the chop last week caught my balance. I'm under 100 and a... Oh, good, man. Good. So listen, that's smart, man. That's Leo. Great acknowledging. That's great trading in general in terms of having a trader mindset, right? So guys, on Discord, he was saying on YouTube in the comments that last week's chop, right? We know that Friday was extremely range bound. I had Monday through Thursday was fantastic. Friday was extremely choppy, very range bound. A lot of people weren't ready for that and it threw a lot of people off. Reason for that though was because it was OPEX, right? So we have quarterly options that expire 4 times a year. It was on last Friday. That price action that follows from that is usually very range bound because they try to make options expire worthless. So with that being said, he's saying, I'm going to go down to micros, take it slow. That's exactly how you want to get back in the groove once you take a losing day. So great job, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, gonna make some vids, gonna take some pictures. Gonna be cool, man. Cool, cool, cool. So make sure you go follow and drop some likes on my Instagram too, because I'm trying my best to again just sort of grow my own personal Instagram, get myself more out there, so I can keep creating the content that I'm creating. Essentially, what I'd like to do is be able to post 2 videos a day, 2 short form content videos a day. One in the morning going over like market sentiment using market AI, and then maybe one in the afternoon either going over like a chart review, going over trading psychology, or going over an article from Benzinga. But I would like to try to be consistent with the outflow of these videos to bring you guys more value, so I would definitely appreciate just dropping a like on some of those posts. I do appreciate it. It's Trading with Kev. That is the Instagram. I'm trying to get my Twitter going too. That is Trade with Kev. And yeah, cool stuff, guys. Let's see. Good morning, everybody. Are you going to? Oh yeah, I read that already. Yeah, 100% gonna make some videos and whatnot. Let's see. Let's see the Dow. Dow's probably been flying today for the most part, at least. What I wonder is if I should start using. Nah. It's gonna say if I should start using the Dow on one of these charts, like with the weighted index, like do ES, NQ, YM, VIX, and do weighted index somewhere else. Rob, I appreciate that, man. I am gonna hit you up because I've been doing my own edits on everything, and to say the least, I think they've been coming out alright. Captions have been perfectly timed, been using some great apps and everything. But yeah, shoot me a message. We'll get connected. I'd love to use your help. Awesome, bro. Cool. Thank you, man. Love it. That's what a community's all about. Not just a trading community. We're family here. We work together. We do what's right for everybody. Get our weighted index back up on here. Yes, continuing higher, man. What a beautiful entry down there. And what an odd spike we had to bring us higher. That was, if we didn't have that odd spike and we just pushed up consistently, I would still be holding the longs. But when we get weird price action like that, a lot of times, more likely than not, it will have some type of follow through, if anything, to the opposite direction. So when that happens and you are in the right direction of that trade, there's a saying, right? Exit into strength, right? We want to exit while we're moving higher. We don't want to wait for us to start pulling back for us to get scared and sell. We want to get out into strength or get out at our target.
ES is on a pivot point right now, so expect a little chop right here while it decides what it's going to do.
It wants 75 right this second. Right now, ES 75 in the bag in the next 2 minutes. What do we think? Let's flip a coin. Guys, let's gamble. I'm just kidding. Alright, 1-to-1 risk to reward on this. That's basically flipping a coin and trading. Definitely wants at least 74. 74 is real heavy right there. I had 75 key psychological level. Guys, it's where we find our levels at all-time highs. We find key psych levels like that. Very important. Market AI, man, some great insight. Oh, there we go. See that? Pullback here. Pullback's coming. Look at that. Getting a quick move. That was a quick move. We don't know if it's going to reverse back higher or hold, right? It looks like we're building support, but again, we had this big imbalance that was created below 67. So we could dip another 2-3 points and be stop hunting everybody that's trying to chase these longs right now. Look at that big pullback. Oh, we're stopping out. Big pullback. Oh man, I got to get out of my long position. Oh, I chased the longs up here. That's why we don't flip coins when we trade. That's why we be patient for our setups, read the order flow, and do our thing. Fantastic. Guys, it is 10:34. I'm going to wrap up the stream in just a minute because I got a whole bunch of errands to run to prep for tomorrow. I wasn't sure if it was confirmed until I spoke to him this morning. So again, super excited about that. I will see you guys Wednesday. Any questions, please feel free to shoot me a message here on Discord, shoot me a message on Instagram. Just won't give you my cell. I'm just kidding. But yeah, look at that, man. ES major pullback. We'll stay on for another minute or so to see if it does want to give us continuation. We see VIX is trying to make a new low of day and still has some room to go to a key level. And weighted index is also trying to continue higher as well. So overall, guys, we're great on the buys today on ES. Gold was a bit of a harder read. Now, we tried taking shorts on gold while we were in supply over here, and the reason for that is because we were in supply and we were already pretty overextended today. Is the mic picking up everything I'm saying, or is it like choppy on Discord right now?
I'm hearing chop.
You're hearing chop? Okay.
Just half-second dropouts.
I saw that. I glanced over and I saw it. I'm turning off, I think I had noise suppression on, and it was like, it kept dropping out on me, so I'm going to turn that off for you guys. But mainly, we were trying to take gold shorts in supply today because we were already very overextended and past our open price. Those did not work out. We took 2 small losses. But also, this was a bit of a counter trend trade. And why is that, guys? Well, because we had internal news, that being the economic data, saying, hey, gold is bullish right now. If we look over at gold, right here, bullish on the hourly, slightly bullish on the daily, bullish on the weekly. So we were trying to take shorts. It's a counter trend trade. Plus, we also knew that trade tensions were helping gold push higher along with Fed policy and yield pressures. Yield pressures is very important. So is dollar weakening. So that also is a big one. And look at the dollar right now at a major pivot low. So very important, good stuff on that. Could have been a bit more clean on our gold trade had we not taken any gold trades at all. That probably would have been the better setup on gold. But great job overall, guys. Good saying, okay, took these 2 losses. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on me again. Let's stop that. Let's not chase it anymore. We were right to not chase it anymore. We came back to the ES and NQ. We were waiting for market to open. Market opened. We rallied. We had a nice little pullback entry to target that supply zone. We were able to target that supply zone. We got about 3.5 points out of that first trade with a 1.5 stop loss. So again, a little over a 2-to-1, almost a 3-to-1 risk to reward. And then again, we were able to take this long entry down here and able to target the new high day for another 3-to-1 risk to reward. So being able to have good risk to rewards on our winning trades, and same with our losing trades where we're risking 1 to make 3, right? We're able to say, okay, I lost 2, I'm down 2, I won 3, I won 2, now I'm up 400 because you only lost 2 and it's 3-to-1 risk to reward. So it's really just a matter of being patient and following your risk management. Risk management is key. Your goal in trading as a beginner, when you're creating and trying to create a system and a strategy that works for you, shouldn't be, how can I make money with this system? It should be, how can I protect my money with this system? How can I minimize my losses? How can I take a trade and know that my loss is minimized so that it's going to be a very small loss, but if I win, it's at least a 2-to-1 risk to reward. If your main primary goal and objective in trading is to maintain your money and not make money at the beginning, you'll see a much better route in your journey. You'll be able to protect your capital, and that will help you in the emotional and in the long run when it comes to trading. YouTube guys, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Follow on Instagram. We'll say that one more time. It's Trading with Kev and Bullishbrs. And yeah, I always like to make great content on there to keep you guys updated on market sentiment, some key levels, some price levels, technical analysis. We have earnings season just began, so we're going to have big tech coming up. I'll probably reach out with Benzinga, and me and Paul Meeks will cover some big tech earnings as well. That's when we sort of do some analysis before the earnings call comes on, do some price analysis, and also go over the company as well. Guys, hope you all enjoyed. YouTube, hit that like and subscribe. Discord, hope you guys enjoyed as well. Hope you were able to make some money today with me on this nice bull trend we had on the ES and the NASDAQ too. And I will